There's a weird thing happening in cinemas in Australia right now, following on from a trend overseas. There comes a point in a new movie where a character says, "chicken jockey," and the gathered teenagers mostly go wild. Okay, so Wenley Maher is a culture editor at The Nightly and she joins us now. Wenley, g'day. So for everyone from boomers down, explain for us what this movie is and what the critics' attitude has been towards it.
This is the Minecraft movie, or as it's called, a Minecraft movie. It's based on a video game that came out in 2011 and is hugely popular among younger generations. I never played it, but my brother and sister are both much younger and they were obsessed with it for a really long time. It's essentially a sandbox game. You can just go in and build the world. Everything's really pixelated. It's a choose your adventure, do whatever you want. It's taken a really long time for a movie adaptation to come out. I'm a little surprised it's taken this long. And so the movie, I mean, as far as a plot goes, there are some humans who get sucked into the video game world, shenanigans ensue. But yeah, there is this scene with Chicken Jockey that's taking off.
And did the critics initially say about it?
The critics are not a huge fan. It's had some mixed reviews because I think sometimes the expectations of video game adaptations are quite low to begin with. So if something is even half watchable, you're like, you know what, that's okay. But for the most part, you know, it is not a Martin Scorsese epic and I don't think anyone expects it to be.
Okay, so the critics weren't impressed. But what has happened at the box office?
It has blown up. This is the first hyper-successful movie of 2024, and we're already at the end of April, really. It's made $556 million around the world. Even in Australia, it's been here for 2 weekends. It's made close to $40 million. And the really interesting thing is, it did like $19 million the first weekend and $17 million the second weekend, and that's a negligible drop-off. And normally with big blockbusters, you know, people go in early and there's a huge steep drop off the second week, but it's really sustaining because word is getting around and people want that experience.
And so and we can see Jack Black here, who's a great actor, and he's pivotal to this. What has brought on this explosion of energy at this particular point in the movie where he yells out "chicken jockey"?
So chicken jockey is a very rare occurrence in the video game itself. Right. It's when a baby zombie jumps on a chicken and rides it like a horse. So when it happens in the movies, everyone's going crazy because they've seen it on TikTok, they've seen it on social media of this imported trend from around the world where huge crowds of teenagers, you know, just become really raucous. They throw popcorn in the air, and that's like the best case scenario. I mean, it's really fun, I think, if you are a teenager and you haven't spent your whole life going to the movies as maybe we did. It was just something we used to do. It didn't matter what was on. You were just at the movies every weekend. And so for them, it's a new experience, but it's a communal experience and something they can share.
Yeah, and so I think we should point out that while some cinema owners have kind of talked about this as a nice kind of communal moment, there are other cinema owners who are pretty unimpressed with what has happened, and even some screens have been made unusable.
Yeah, they've damaged some screens, and that's really expensive. It can cost tens of thousands of dollars to replace. And Jack Black even turned up to a screening in LA this past week and actually asked people not to do it because it does enforce a lot of extra costs on cinema owners. I mean, cleanup, extra staff. In some instances, fights have broken out. Cops have had to be called, tickets refunded, complimentary tickets given out. It's, you know, it's a double-edged sword. So it's exciting to see people back in cinemas, but at the same time, it's costing everyone more money.
Yeah, I saw one cinema owner quoted as saying he liked the communal nature of it, but he had to buy some kind of gardening machine to hoover up all the popcorn at the end of a session now. So it was meaning there were extra costs. Okay, so I understand you're going to see it tomorrow. What's your advice for people going to see it?
Look, I'm actually trying to figure out when the best session is to go to avoid all of this mess. So maybe a public
with the youngsters.
I don't want to get popcorn thrown at me, but at the same time, you know, it's slow stakes. You can pick it out of your hair. maybe go for a day when everyone's at the beach, or if you want to go and see it with a bunch of kids, go to the nearest shopping centre and see where the lines are.
And buy a helmet. Okay, Wenley Ma, thanks so much for having a chat to us.
Thank you.